Whether you're in a bustling city, a quiet countryside, or far from the noise, immersed in nature, when you open your eyes and look around, everything seems orderly. Most of the time, we are accustomed to the macroscopic world. We watch birds flying overhead, witness plants growing strong, and breathe in the fragrant flowers. It all seems so natural. However, hidden behind this apparent ordinariness is a secret that governs the operation of nature, the microscopic world of quantum. In the natural world, bird migration is an endless cycle driven by the instinct for survival and reproduction. Every winter, migratory birds fly south to warmer regions and return north in the summer. Year after year, this cycle raises a curious question. How do these birds cross oceans and mountains and reach their destinations with such precision? Do birds have their own navigation system? In the early 21st century, biologist Henrik Morrison from the University of Oldenburg, Germany, conducted a series of experiments with European robins. The goal of these experiments was to explore the theory that birds navigate using the Earth's magnetic field. The experiment involved placing a group of migratory robins in a specially designed bird cage, which created an artificial magnetic field simulating the Earth's magnetic field. The cage was surrounded by paper that was sensitive to crashes, allowing researchers to record the direction in which the birds left marks with their claws as they climbed. The result was that the robins always reacted to the magnetic field and left scratch marks in one direction. The conclusion was that the birds could always respond to the geomagnetic information and choose the correct direction. In a further experiment, scientists placed small leather hoods on the robins' heads and created openings in front of one of their eyes. The experiment found that if the right eye was covered, the bird's left brain hemisphere, which processes geomagnetic information, would be disabled, and the bird would lose its sense of direction. However, if the left eye was covered, the bird did not lose its sense of direction. This indicated that the robins primarily perceive geomagnetic signals through their right eye. Generally, we use our eyes to see, to watch, right? But can birds actually see magnetic fields? Well, that's hard to say. Our eyes not only see but also have other mechanisms. For instance, if I shine a flashlight in my eyes, I can see that my pupils constrict. This is a secondary mechanism that protects our eyes and is a response to light particles. Similarly, light undoubtedly triggers similar reactions in robins' eyes, which act as a trigger for geomagnetic information. Now, how is quantum physics related to birds? This is where we need to uncover the last piece of the puzzle in bird navigation, and we need to enter the microscopic world. In the microscopic world, the smallest units of matter, quantum, possess a property called quantum entanglement. Here, we will provide only a simple and basic understanding of quantum entanglement to help us move forward with explaining how birds perceive magnetic fields. Quantum entanglement refers to a special quantum correlation phenomenon between two or more quantum particles, called an entangled state. When quantum particles are in an entangled state, no matter how far apart they are, when the state of one particle changes, the other particle's state will instantly change as well. Einstein referred to this phenomenon as spooky action at a distance. Imagine a pair of entangled particles, A and B, which could be photons, electrons, etc. Suppose the spin of particle A is upward, then the spin of particle B must be downward, and vice versa. When we measure or observe particle A and find its spin to be upward, Particle B, no matter how far away it is, will instantly know the measurement result of particle A and set its spin to downward. There is no transmission of information between the two particles in the way we understand it now. In quantum entanglement, these particles are mysteriously connected, and whatever happens to one happens to the other, no matter how far away they are. This is a simple explanation of quantum entanglement, but it is also the ultimate secret behind how birds can sense magnetic fields. Now, let's go back to the robin's brain. In the eyes of birds, there is a special protein called cryptochrome 4. This protein, found mainly in the retina, absorbs photons of specific wavelength. Once these photons are absorbed, they generate a pair of electrons that are entangled, known scientifically as radical pairs. These entangled electrons are influenced by the small fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field, leading to various combinations of electron spin states. The reactivity and stability of these combinations differ depending on the direction and strength of the geomagnetic field. Ultimately, these changes cause a shift in the protein in the robin's eyes, which in turn causes retinal cells to send neural signals. The bird's brain can then interpret these signals, allowing it to perceive the magnetic field. To summarize, the reason migratory birds can sense the geomagnetic field and navigate precisely to their migration destination is that their eyes absorb light energy and produce entangled electrons, or to say radical pairs. These electrons change in response to geomagnetic field fluctuations, and the corresponding neural signals are interpreted by the bird's brain to form navigation information. But do all birds have this magnetic field sensing ability? No. For domesticated chickens, the proteins responsible for sensing the magnetic field are very weak or even absent. However, robins can navigate through the mysterious quantum entanglement. This shows that in the microscopic world, these tiny invisible particles subtly influence our microscopic world. Okay, let's stop here. Thanks for your watching. See you next time.